A good Thursday to you. I'm WVUA's Daniel Sparkman, and this is the WVUA Weather Webcast. On today's webcast, we're going to talk about the tropics, more in-depth about those, and specifically about Tropical Storm Isaac and the possibility of it becoming a hurricane over the next couple of days, and the chance that it has to make it into the Gulf of Mexico. Also, we'll talk about Tropical Depression 10 and what lies off the African coast. Then we'll move back here at home in West Alabama and discuss our weekend forecast, which could be a little bit of a rainy one, and we'll talk about the next 7 days. So let's get to it. We'll start off with the tropics. This is your tropic satellite and radar. Currently, you see off of your left side of your screen, that is Tropical Storm Isaac, currently with winds at 45 miles per hour, sustained just off of being a tropical depression, so it's going to continue to move off and strengthen over the next couple of days before it starts to interact with some of the larger islands in the Caribbean. It's just made its way today, or I should say on Wednesday, past the Windward Islands, and it's making its way up towards Hispaniola and then eventually Cuba. Now, to the center of your screen is Tropical Depression 10. Right now, it is moving off to the northwest, and right now not expecting that to interact with the U.S. much at all. Probably going to stay into the Atlantic Ocean, possibly becoming Tropical Storm Joyce sometime today, in fact, and not expecting a lot of strengthening out of that as it moves into the cooler North Atlantic waters. And then off on the right side of your screen is the latest invest just coming off the African coast. It's another tropical wave. The National Hurricane Center, as of its latest update at 8 o'clock Wednesday night, gave it a 10% chance of becoming a tropical cyclone within the next 48 hours. So we'll move on and we'll talk more about Tropical Storm Isaac, which up to this point has made it past the Windward Islands as of 10 o'clock Wednesday night at 46 mile per hour sustained winds, gusts at 58. Of course, you have to get to at least 73 before you're considered a hurricane, and right now, or as of that update, was 1,957 miles east-southeast of Mobile. So let's put it in motion and see what it looks like it's going to do. Right now, the latest models have it staying down to the more southern half of Hispaniola, which is Haiti and the Dominican Republic, that large island. The northern half of that island is a very mountainous, so it has the potential to tear storms apart. But now the latest models are coming out showing it coming a little bit further south of the island, so hitting hurricane strength as it approaches the island and then losing its strength and then going back across Cuba, making a tropical storm, and then once it gets into the tropical waters of the Gulf of Mexico, will become a hurricane once again fairly early in the day on Monday. And as you see right here, 7 p.m. on Monday, off the coast of Tampa Bay, Florida, as a Category 1 hurricane. Some warm waters over there in the Gulf of Mexico, and if you look at that cone of uncertainty, folks from the Florida Panhandle and the peninsula of Florida all the way to New Orleans need to watch out, because we're all in the cone of uncertainty. And if you follow that line true, it looks like some folks in Alabama, including us right here in West Alabama, could have some impact thanks to Tropical Storm Isaac, and that looks like it's most likely going to be during the day on Tuesday and Wednesday and possibly into Thursday of next week. Definitely something we're going to have to continue to watch right here as we continue in the days ahead. I'll throw on the forecast models now. These are going to be a little different. You know, this is what we call spaghetti models because they kind of look like noodles just laid on the map there. So I'll put them into motion, and you'll see most of them are now shifting down to the south, a more southerly track. Some of them headed going into the Carolinas earlier on Wednesday, but now these tracks look like they're more focused on the western side of Florida for the most part. Now, still a good bit of spread on those at the 5-day mark, which will be Monday night at 7 o'clock. So the cone of uncertainty still includes just about all of Florida, and like I was saying, the northern Gulf of Mexico from pretty much Louisiana through Alabama. So definitely going to have to keep an eye on Tropical Storm Isaac in the days ahead. And we'll move now to our closer to home, highs today across West Alabama. Some very nice temperatures out there in the low 90s for many folks. Some saw the upper 80s. Birmingham topped out at 88 for a Wednesday, 88 as well as Gadsden, Anniston, and much of East Alabama, Talladega as well. Down in Perry County, Marion hit 90, Marengo and parts of Sumter County topped out in the upper 80s. Greene County in Utah, 90, 91 in Tuscaloosa, 90 in Reform, and Fayette, 87 in Haleyville. Now we'll zoom out to the satellite and radar here at home. You can see all the clouds really stay down to the southeast part of the state. Some showers popped up down there over parts of Pike and Houston County today, but right now in West Alabama and much of Central Alabama, we had the great opportunity to see lots of sunshine for our Wednesday, and that's all thanks to a stationary front that is set up over the southeast part of Alabama, but that's eventually going to start moving out and allow for some more clouds to move in. So enjoy our Thursday with those mostly clear skies once again. Lots of rain showers off to our east, and that's all going to change in the days ahead. Here's that stationary front with high pressure over the southeast. I'm going to put that in motion for you, and it's going to move on out to the east, making way for some clouds to move in here late in the day on Friday and into Saturday. We are going to go ahead and put in about a 20% chance of rain for our Saturday afternoon as well as our Sunday, and of course have to do that for our days ahead next week as well, because we just don't know what is going to happen out in the tropics. I will zoom out to the 7-day forecast, and you'll see that those temperatures look pretty nice in the week ahead, primarily in the low 90s. And of course, Monday through Wednesday is the all-important question: what is going to happen with Tropical Storm Isaac? So we've got a lot of questions still to be answered in the tropics, and right here in West Alabama, our forecast really is kind of uncertain at this point because it's kind of dependent on what happens out in the tropics. But right now it looks like we will have a slight chance for some showers over the weekend, but not a lot of rain and very isolated and scattered in nature, so not everybody's going to see those rain showers. But you know what? I think you'll still have that chance to get out there and enjoy your weekend. Now, I have your full forecast coming up today on 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. And, of course, we'll keep an eye on the tropics, and I'll update them on our weather blog at WVUATV.com. Also, posting those on Twitter and Facebook. Just search for us, WVUA TV Weather. I'm Daniel Sparkman, and that's been your WVUA TV Weather Forecast.